This video is really hard for me. Y'all bear with me. I'm giving y'all like the innermost part of me, and I'm still trying to deal with it myself. So bear with me. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Tati Renee back at you again with another Let's Talk segment. So today I'm going to talk about grief from the perspective of someone that is dealing with grief, experienced grief, have family members that are grieving. I feel like there's not really any information, a course, a book, anything about grief etiquette. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I have 6 tips for you to apply when you're dealing with someone who's close to you that is grieving or that's experiencing grief, and you want to give them your support. I lost my dad and my brother back to back, like a year apart. And one thing about grief is it's hard for you to explain it. Like, it's hard for you to explain exactly what you're going through and how you feel, because the other person can't identify with the space that you're in. Because for one, that person, your relationship with whomever has passed on is different from how you experience it. Okay, let me say that better. It's hard for someone to explain grief, because it's like you can understand it, but you don't know where I am in the aspect of, like, for one, we're 2 different people, and for 2, my relationship with that person could be different than your relationship with that person. For example, I lost my dad, right? My relationship with my dad could be different from the relationship you have with your dad. So you can't understand exactly what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, because you don't have that kind of relationship with your dad. So you can show understanding, but you can't really show empathy, because you don't have the same type of dynamic with your parent, spouse, partner, whatever, that I have with mine. Okay, so I did write it down. And tip number 1 is to give that person space to just be. Like, let them process their emotions, let them cry, let them be angry, let them scream, let them do whatever they need to do to be able to get out what they're feeling on the inside. Because I guess the easiest way to explain it is, it feels like a heartbreak, like literally, like it feels like your heart is breaking and you don't know what to do with that, because that's something you never felt before, and it's something that 9 times out of 10 was unexpected. So you don't know how to really process what it is that you're feeling, which is probably why it's hard for us to explain exactly what we're feeling, because we're still trying to process what it is that we are feeling. So give us space to just be. Give that person space to process. Number 2, understand everything in their life has shifted. Nothing in their life is the same. Like, everything about them has changed. Everything that they know has changed. Like, you never envision, even though the older you get, you know that people are going to pass away. But you never envision that at this point in your life. For me, I never envisioned at 32, 33 that I would lose my dad. Like, I never envisioned that he wouldn't be there to see my daughter growing up, that he would never see me walk down the aisle, that he would never see me celebrate these milestones in my life of getting a new job, a new home. Like, you don't envision that. You know what I mean? Like, you're aware that we all have a date, but you don't envision that this person is really not going to be here no more. Like, I'm going to pick up the phone to call this person, because that's what grieving people do. We pick up the phone to call our loved ones. And we have to then tell ourselves, when we hear that tone or that voicemail, that that person is no longer here on earth with us. So it's a shift. Like, I ain't even gonna say it's an adjustment, because I still ain't adjusted to it. And my dad been gone 2 years. My brother ain't even been gone a year yet. Like, you never get used to it. You just learn how to move on from it. Number 3, understand that people will go to therapy when they're ready. Don't try to push grief therapy on people, because a lot of the times, like, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to keep talking about it and keep reliving and rehashing things. And then a lot of the times, I'm gonna be transparent, it feels like these people don't even, therapists, counselors, or whatever, don't really understand you. And that's why it's so important to find the right one, because You don't want to spend your sessions explaining yourself. I went through grief counseling and I had to go through like 3 different counselors because no one could understand exactly where I was coming from because they didn't have that type of upbringing. They didn't grow up in that type of environment. So it was hard for them to understand and relate. They want me to keep talking about something that I'm not here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about losing my dad. I don't want to talk about nothing else. Like, that's not going to help me. How can I process these 6 level of griefs that I'm going through all at the same time? So understand they go to therapy when they're ready. Don't push them on it. Don't force them on it. Don't even tell them that. 9 out of 10, we already know that. So don't shove therapy down people's throat, and that's not always the answer. It's not. Number 4, don't Bible thump them or try to Jesus the pain away. Oh my God. Do not Bible thump them and Jesus the pain away. We are believers. We know who God is, what God is, the circle of life. We know. But to say because somebody is a believer that they shouldn't mourn the loss of someone that they love, that's crazy to me. Like, Jesus will. We have real human emotions, and it's okay for us to cry. It's okay for us to feel away. It's okay for us to try to find ourselves again. Like, it's okay. Like, we are a person that experiences something traumatic. Being a believer don't have nothing to do with it. So to say because you're a believer you're not supposed to mourn like the world mourn, like, it's not even about that. It's about me expressing my emotions and wanting your support in expressing my emotions. So don't tell me to stop crying. Don't tell me to give myself a deadline to get over something. Like, this is not a breakup. This I will never see this person again here on earth type of vibe. So give that person some grace. Show some kindness. Show the fruit of the spirit. That's what you should do as a believer. Show the fruit of the spirit to that person that's grieved. And that'll sum that up. Deal with triggers. So be conscious and cautious of that. We can hear a song on the radio that reminds us of our loved ones, and it could take us somewhere else. We could be having a holiday. Like, I know Mother's Day is hard for people close to me that lost their mom. Like, Christmas was hard for me knowing that I'm with my mom, sure enough, but that, like, I can't experience that with my dad. Number 5, the person they were before their loved one passed, they're no longer that person. You need to relearn whomever that person is right now, what they like, what they need. So you need to relearn them and figure out or ask, what does she want to do now? And do that. If she want to go to the park, go to the lake, you do those activities with her. It's not about you. It's about you supporting that person and what they're going through. So if that's not something that they were prior to, they not that person no more. That version of them is gone. Their mentality, their thoughts, their ways, their actions is all different now since losing that person. I mean, I can't explain it, but it just is like it will just change you. A lot of stuff don't even matter to you no more, being honest. So learn who that person is now and what that person want to do now. The new person, the new them post death of that whomever they lost. Who is that person now? Please reach out whether that person will respond or not. They're not going to respond because they don't really know what to say right now. But you reaching out means a lot more whether they respond or not. Because you basing it off of their response is you making it about you, which is selfish. When someone is grieving, understand that whether you understand grief or not, understand that they are grieving and that they're a different person now. So if they was bubbly, happy-go-lucky, that's not the space they in right now. But you reaching out gives them insight that you, for one, care, and for two, that they on your mind. You're not making it about you. You're really concerned about them and their well-being. Giving space is cool, but sometimes you just need that. Whether they respond or not, they just need that text. Like, okay, somebody is thinking about me. Okay, somebody does care. Okay, somebody is checking on me today. Because you feel like you in this all alone, because it's you that's experiencing these feelings and these thoughts. Not I have for y'all today. I hope you really enjoyed this video and took something away from it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.